Eden. Prince William and Harry will never reconcile, which makes it worse than Oasis. There have been at least 4 major articles or columns in the British media comparing the Oasis reunion to the situation between Prince William and Prince Harry. It reminds me of something I've long believed. These people are idiots with no imagination, and they are extremely limited in every way, especially in how they strain to draw historical connections. They've been comparing Harry to King Edward VIII for years, and now suddenly Harry is Liam Gallagher. Well, Richard Eden has jumped aboard the FK. Let's compare them to Oasis train. The Mail columnist was apparently tasked with reiterating the new talking point that Harry was absolutely the one leaking his comeback plans to the Mail, LOL, and that William and Kate expect an apology from Harry and Meghan. Dear Maureen, are you not tired? The much-heralded reunion of Oasis rock stars Noel and Liam Gallagher has led to numerous calls for an even more prominent pair of estranged brothers to get the band back together. While the Mancunian musicians are due to play for the money, Princes William and Harry would be performing together on the world stage for the good of the monarchy, or so the argument goes. Those calling for King Charles's sons to use the Gallaghers as a model for fraternal reconciliation have, however, conveniently overlooked 2 key factors that have been stressed to me during conversations over the past week with courtiers and royal pals. Firstly, the Gallagher rapprochement was agreed only, it is said, because of Noel's separation from his second wife, Sarah MacDonald. The PR executive was widely thought to have stood in the way of any Oasis reunion. She and irascible Liam had clashed repeatedly over the years, with Liam even comparing her and his brother, at one point, to being like Fred and Rose West. Harry, by contrast, remains happily married to Meghan. Although the American former actress has not compared William and the Princess of Wales to serial killers, she has publicly claimed Catherine made her cry and accused unnamed royals of being racists. The accused were later identified by Meghan's cheerleader Omid Scobie as Catherine and the King. The second overlooked factor is that Noel publicly traded insults with his brother for years, calling him, for example, the angriest man you'll ever meet. Noel added of the singer, "He's like a man with a fork in a world of soup." By contrast, William, like his wife, has refused to be drawn into a slanging match with his brother that would be unbecoming of a future king. We have only caught glimpses of his anger at the insults to which he has been subjected from across the Atlantic. Harry's attendance at the memorial service in Norfolk for his uncle Lord Robert Fellows last week, who died in July aged 82, was the first time that he has been at the same event as his brother since 2022. Although fellow mourners said the brothers did not speak to each other at St. Mary's Church in Snettisham, their attendance has provoked much speculation about a reconciliation between the pair. However, not one of the friends or courtiers I spoke to this week thought that would happen, at least not in the near future. There will be no reunion until Harry and Meghan apologize to their royal highnesses for everything they have said, one former courtier told me. And there is no sign that is likely. A friend of the royals told me, "It's hard to see a reconciliation. How could there be when William and Catherine have the justifiable fear that anything they say could appear in a future book or be repeated in a TV program?" In a reference to Catherine, who has been undergoing treatment for an unnamed form of cancer, a pal of William told me, "There is one member of the family who William is keen to see returning to public engagements, and it's not Harry. How could there be when William and Catherine have the justifiable fear that anything they say could appear in a future book or be repeated in a TV program? And how could Harry try to reach out to his brother without an angry egg screaming down the phone at multiple royal reporters about how he's still furious at Harry? Again, William's fingerprints are all over the years of lies, smears, slander, and hate directed at the Sussexes across the British media, and even some American outlets. Just because William isn't quoted directly doesn't mean he's not the source. Harry made a quick dash to see Charles back in February, and William briefed his hate far and wide even though Harry made zero move to see or speak to him. Anyway, long story short, this is all just KP British media closed-loop communications.